Hi guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? I'm just going to quickly take a confirmation of that. If you can see and hear me, please let me know in the chat section. Hi Anuj Kumar, hi Harshit Gotwal, hi Palak, hello. Okay, I guess you can hear and see me. Okay. Hi Shakir Hussain, hello, welcome to the session. So, hi everybody, hello, welcome to the session. I am Bhavana Bisht, and as you know, we are doing the series on how do organisms reproduce. And today we are in the second last session of this series, and where we'll be talking about reproduction in human beings, right? So, we will be understanding the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system, okay? So, ready to begin? Yes. So let me quickly introduce myself. Hi Samir, hello. I am Bhavana Bisht. I'm a plus certified educator on Unacademy, that's right. And also I teach science that includes physics, chemistry, and biology. And that is everything you will need to know on the slide right there. Yes. So also, if you wish to join, you can join the Telegram channel. Yes, so I will be notified about any upcoming sessions. And oh, that's very interesting. So we have Unacademy's free live classes, wherein I take session every day at 7 p.m. Right, and we are doing quizzes on various chapters, various parts of the chapters where you might be facing difficulty, and that's right. So in case you're joining on YouTube session, you'll have to go on to YouTube and a different tab for Menti, like, and you have to split your screen or have double screens. You're not able to focus on both of them together. But that is not going to be the case when it comes to free live classes. That's right, you can ask questions as well. We have live polls and you get a leaderboard right in front of you, so you can also compete with your friends, right? A healthy competition is good. Yes. Yes, Aditya Pratap Singh. Hello. Hi, Anuj. Hello. Hi, Anshika. Hello. Welcome to the session. So, in today's session, we'll be covering male reproductive system and female reproductive system. Okay. So, are we ready? Hi, Ashmi Jain. Hello. Welcome to the session. Yes. Okay. Now, whenever we talk about sexual reproduction, we are aware that there is involvement of two parents, right? We always know that there are involvement of two individuals. The first is a male, right? And then we have a female, right? A male contributes the male gamete. So if you take example of human beings, what is the male gamete called as? First, I think everybody can give us the answer. Hi, Sumandrana. I would take that as a compliment now. Yes, everybody. Male gamete is called as father, Sheetal. The male gamete in human beings is called as the sperm, right? Whereas the female gamete is called as the ova, the egg, or the ovum, right? Now they both are haploid in nature. What are they? They both are haploid in nature, right? And once the sperm and the ova fuse together, this is something called as fertilization, right? And this will give rise to zygote. Yes, this is the entire thing that happens when we talk about sexual reproduction in human beings. But how does this happen? Where does the sperm get produced, right? And where do we get ova? Where does the fertilization happen? Where does the zygote go, right? So to understand all of these questions, we must understand this chapter, okay? So when we talk about sexual reproduction, it is nothing but the fusion of two gametes. So which are these gametes? The gametes are the male and the female gametes, right? And what do they give rise to? They give rise to zygote, right? And zygote is unicellular or multicellular? Zygote is unicellular, right? So all whoever is a product of sexual reproduction, at least once in their lifetime they were unicellular, right? But today you see such a huge body of yourself, right? And you see multiple cells, but and is it even like, can you even fathom that you were just made up of one cell, right? uh Okay, Anshika, your name is Suman, no? That is why I just keep getting confused. Okay. Single set of chromosomes are absolutely correct, Sheetal. Very nice, Anshika. Good. You having given right answers. So as you already know that human beings are mammals and they reproduce sexually. Sexual reproduction involves what? The fusion of male and female gamete, right? The male gamete sperm penetrates the female gamete ovum to form a zygote. Yes, now zygote, as I told you, is a single cell, right? Now it will multiply, it will divide and redivide to form embryo, and embryo will further divide and redivide to form fetus. Okay, and finally the baby will come into the picture out in the world, right? Okay, now let's talk about the stages of human development. Yes. So we talk about whenever a human is born into the world, right? What it has to go through, or what might he go through? Yes. So as soon as the baby is born, it becomes an infant. Then it undergoes childhood, where you play, where your body is focusing on primary growth, right? Your brain gets developed, your body is trying to understand all the functions you're capable of, right? And finally then you hit puberty around the age of 13. Yes. So once you so as soon as the secondary sexual characters start to mature, that is called as puberty. Yes. Then you reach adulthood, and finally it is senescence. Senescence is basically nothing but old age. Yes, senescence is a term that we mostly use in terms with plants. Yes, जब आप पत्तों को देखते हो, पत्ते अपने आप ना बुढ़े हो जाते हैं, पीले हो जाते हैं, फिर अपने आप गिर जाते हैं, right? So that term is called as senescence. And when you like take that term over here, yes, that is basically old age. Okay. Yes. So now let's understand the stages of puberty. Yes. So remember, you are an adolescent. ठीक है, अभी बहुत लोग बहुत बार ना ऐसे भी हो जाता है कि मैम, what is the difference between adolescence and puberty? So now when your sexual characters start maturing, okay, that point is called as puberty. ठीक है, और जब से puberty शुरू होती है, then till adulthood, okay, that is called as the adolescent age. Okay. Now, the stage where reproductive hormones begin to function and human becomes sexually mature is called as puberty, or begin to sexually mature is called as puberty. Yes. So as soon as puberty hits, in males, the testis starts producing sperms. Okay, what is testis? Testis is like the factory where sperms, that are the male gametes, that are getting produced. Okay. And the ovaries begin to produce ova. Now where is ova? Obviously it's in the female reproductive system. Barabar? Now the testes produce a testosterone. What is testosterone? Testosterone is the male hormone. Yes. And the ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone, that are the female hormones. Clear? And when these hormones are released in the body, that is when our body undergoes a few changes in terms of the phenotype. मतलब दिखने में change होने लगती है, right? Why? Because the hormones of testosterone in male and estrogen in female are getting released. Okay? So अभी कैसे होता है? Yes, so in our brain over here, right here, we have a pituitary gland. ठीक है? Pituitary gland एक ऐसे signal भेजता है किसको? Adrenal glands को. Okay? So now who are adrenal glands? Where are they found? So everybody remembers kidney? Do you remember kidney, everybody? Yes. एकदम ऐसे राजमा के जैसा दिखता है, right? एंड किडनी के ऊपर आप अगर आप देखोगे ना, आपको एक ना ट्रायंगुलर पहाड़ जैसा स्ट्रक्चर दिखेगा. यस. This triangular pahar jaisa structure is called as the adrenal gland. What is this called as? This is called as the adrenal gland. Okay. Now this adrenal gland further gives signal to the ovaries in female and to the testis in the male. Okay. That's right, Anshika. So now let's understand the changes that we see in a human female body once puberty hits. Okay. So in human female, you will see underarm hair growth. The breast develops. Yes, there is enlargement of the uterus. There is beginning of menstruation. What is menstruation and how does it happen and everything we are going to see tomorrow. Yes, a detailed session on it. Then we have pubic hair growth. Yes. So all of these are the changes that we see in a female. Now moving on to males. Now males see growth of hair not only in their underarms but they also see it on their face, right? So facial hair is also involved. Then the larynx is enlarged. Over here you see pubic hair growth, growth of penis and testis, and beginning of ejaculation. Okay. So these are all the changes that we see as soon as the body hits puberty. Clear? So now these are the male reproductive organs. ठीक है, ये जो male reproductive system है ना, it is composed of male reproductive organs. ठीक है. Now these male reproductive organs, what are they? Yes, and what are their like functions? Let's see in one line, and then we'll see where are they located and how exactly they impart their functions. Right. So the male reproductive system consists of testis, scrotum, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and finally the penis. Okay. So what is the function of testis? Testis, as I told you, is a factory. Yes, so it does the function of producing the sperms. Sperms are nothing but the male gamete. Yes. Now, in the testis, the sperms are just produced. Yes, but where is this testis located? The testis is located in a sac-like structure which is called as the scrotum, or also called as the scrotal sac. Okay, so it holds this testis. Then we have epididymis. Epididymis is a temporary storage of sperms. Then we have vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, penis. Now before understanding their functions, let's understand what we have read till now with the help of diagrams. Okay, so you not only are hearing it, but you're also seeing it with your eyes. Okay, so over here is like a longitudinal section of the male reproductive system. Yes, so over here, can you see this is this right here? Okay, this right here you see is the scrotal sac. Yes, and inside this you can see this egg-like structure which forms the testis. Yes, from this egg-like structure you will see a tube-like structure coming out, and that tube-like structure is the vas deferens. Okay, moving on, you will see this taking a turn and then fusing with the urine tract, right? So therefore this tract is not just for the excretion of urine, but for urine as well as ejaculation. So it is called as urinogenital tract. Yes, and this is the penis. Clear? So this is how an overview of the male reproductive system looks like. Now let's understand in detail. Okay, so do you see over here, right here, you see the scrotal sac? Yes. So if I zoom it in, okay, and if you just want to study about this part, so this is how it is going to look like. Okay. So over here you can see, over here if you see, this right here is the scrotal sac. Okay. This right here is the scrotal sac, a sac-like structure in which the testis is present. Okay, where is the testis and basically how do they look like? So over here you see this structure right here. Yes, this is a testis and this is another. Alright, so we have a pair of testes which are present in the scrotal sac. Okay, so this is where the sperms are produced. This is where the production of sperms takes place. Okay, now as soon as the sperms are produced, now imagine that as soon as you're born, does that happen that everybody is like, हाँ चलो 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 अभी ना हम इनको स्कूल में डालेंगे, स्कूल में पढ़ेंगे लिखेंगे एंड घर पे बैठ के वैसे ही क्या करने वाले हैं? Does that happen? No ना, as soon as you're born आपको स्कूल में भेज देते हैं? नहीं ना, your first आपको घर में ध्यान दिया जाता है and then you're told basic things of life, right? You're taught to eat, you're taught to go to the bathroom, right? So growth is important, learning is important, maturing is important, right? Similarly, over here, the sperms have just produced. Yes, now they also need to mature up. So to go under development, to become healthy, to mature, they are transferred to the epididymis. Okay, so this structure that you see right over the testis, yes, this is the epididymis where the sperms are sent. Okay, now after they have matured up, they will travel out of the testis through a tube-like structure. Can you see this tube-like structure right here? Yes, and this tube-like structure is called as the vas deferens. What is it called as? It is called as the vas deferens. Clear? So let's do a quick revision. So we have a sac-like structure. Yes, everybody, we have a sac-like structure which is called as a scrotal sac, inside which we see the presence of a pair of a testis, which in turn is connected with the epididymis to vas deferens. So the sperms are produced in the testis, then they go into the epididymis to mature up, and from the epididymis they go into the vas deferens. Clear? Yes. Now remember, testis is the factory for producing sperms, right? Now pay attention over here. When you see the scrotal sac, yes, generally what happens, the organs that are present inside the body, right? But over here you see testis is present outside the body. It is present in a sac which is outside the body. So what is the reason to keep the scrotal sac with the testis outside the body? Why is that so, right? So remember that over here the sperms are getting produced. Yes, what are getting produced? Sperms are getting produced. Now these sperms for production require a temperature lower. They require lower temperature. Yes, to get produced. Yes, as you already know, inside our body there's a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius, and that is quite high for the production of sperms. And if the testes were placed inside the body, the sperms would not get produced, and as a result we humans would not ever be able to create offsprings, right? Create babies. That would not happen, right? So as a result, the scrotal sac is placed outside the body so that the sperms can get produced inside the testis. Clear? Okay, is that understood? Everything is understood till here? Okay, then let's move on to the next part. Now, quite frankly, I always think of this diagram and think of an alien because you can see the head part. Yes, this is the head part, and like this is the nose. Yes, so it's like quite an alien, but it's you can just find out your way to remember it. Yes, and that's going to be amazing. So let's see over here. What do we see? Shall we? Yes. So remember we just talked about testes which are present in a sac-like structure called as the scrotal sac. Yes. So over here is the testis where the sperms are produced. After the sperms are produced, they are sent to the epididymis to grow, nurture themselves and mature up. Yes. Now connected to the epididymis, you will see vas deferens. Right over here you see it is labeled as ductus deferens, which is just another name for vas deferens. Clear? Okay. Now from the vas deferens, the sperms are traveling, And finally they take a turn and they are going like this. But oh wait, what do we see over here? We see some minor vesicles. Oh, what is this triangular structure which looks like a nose? Oh, this is a prostate gland. And right here you will see small bulb-like structures which are called as the bulbourethral gland. Okay. Now let me tell you that these three things that you see, yes, these are what glands. And we have already studied enough of science to know that whenever we are talking about glands, they are going to secrete something, right? Yes. So they are going to secrete their juices into the sperms. Okay. So when the sperm is traveling, the very first gland to secrete its juices is the seminal vesicle. Okay. Then as it is going ahead, then the prostate gland also secretes its juices into the sperm, right? And finally, the bulbourethral gland, which is also called as the Cowper's gland, also secretes its juices, right? So all of these things happen. That's very nice. So first in the vas deferens, what is traveling? Only sperm was traveling. What is traveling? Only sperm was traveling. But now it has come in contact with all the glands. So we have secretion from the seminal vesicle, we have secretions from the prostate gland, and we have secretions from the bulbourethral gland or the Cowper's gland, right? Now sperm with all the secretions from all the three glands is not called as sperm anymore, rather it is now called as semen. Is that clear? Now this semen travels through the urinogenital tract and is given out of the penis. Is that clear, everybody? Hi Anshika, Menti, we will be having on Sunday. It's a huge deal. We'll have so many questions in one Menti. So yeah. So do we understand till here? Yes. Now generally what happens like from where you just saw the semen coming out, right? This is the same place through which the urine comes out, because you can see it is labeled as urethra. Okay. So it means that the semen and the urine are using the same tract to come out of the body. Yes, and as a result, this tract right here is termed as the urinogenital tract. Is that clear? Why? Because it is used for the excretion of urine as it is to give away the sperms. That is in the form of semen. Is that clear? So therefore it is called as the urinogenital tract. So is this clear to everybody till here? Yes. Now this is how a sperm looks like. Yes. A sperm can be broadly divided into three parts. Yes. So the very first one is termed as head. Yes, you can see the head over here. Yes. Then we have the neck, basically the middle piece. Okay, like neck is like this small structure over here. Then we have the middle piece, and finally we have a tail-like structure. Okay. Yes. Now what are we talking about? So now pay attention. The head, okay, the head, that is the one that has the genetic material. Why? Because it contains a nucleus. Like if the sperm is traveling from the male body to the female body, why is it traveling? So that can fuse with the female egg cell, right? It is bringing its own chromosomes, haploid number of chromosomes. So they are present in the head, and this is where the nucleus is. Okay. Then you have the middle cell. In the middle cell, you will see that it has mitochondria. And you'll be like, sperm ko mitochondria kyun chahiye? Arre, sperm is traveling from the male reproductive system to the female reproductive system. तो इतना लंबा अगर जर्नी करना है तो उसको swim करने के लिए एनर्जी भी तो लगेगा, right? And that energy is provided by the mitochondria for the sperm to swim. Is that clear? And then we have the tail, yes, which is nothing but a flagella. Okay, that helps in the movement of the sperms Otherwise, like the egg, the sperm would also be non-locomotive. It would also not be able to move, right? So these are all the important parts of the sperm. Clear? So if it is clear to you till here, please let me know. If you have any doubts, just let me know that as well. No doubts? Okay. So let's move on and let's quickly understand everything that we have studied. We'll just sum it all up. Okay. So the testis and the scrotum are placed outside the abdominal cavity. Yes, they are not placed inside. So why is that so? Because this keeps the temperature 3 degrees lower than the body and helps in production of sperms. Clear? Sperms produced in the testis are carried to the urethra by the sperm duct. Okay? Sperm duct is nothing but the vas deferens that we were talking about. The motility and the nourishment of the sperms are helped by the secretion of the glands and seminal vesicles. So, the seminal vesicles, the bulbourethral gland, the Cowper's gland, all of their secretions give motility, help the sperm to move and give him nourishment. Okay. Now we have the penis through which the semen comes out. So, penis is a muscular organ responsible for transporting the semen into the female reproductive tract. Yes, so it is also a carrier that will take the sperm into the female body. Clear? So this sums up our male reproductive system, and now we can understand this slide much better. Alright, so we have the testis, which produces the sperm, the scrotum, which is actually holding the testis, the epididymis, where we have temporary storage of sperms for maturation. Then we have vas deferens, the sperm duct bringing sperms to the urethra. Then seminal vesicles produces seminal fluids for sperms. Prostate gland produce fluids from sperm, right? Both of them are glands, so they are going to give their secretion to the sperms, right? And penis finally takes the sperms out of the body in the form of semen. Okay, so this is a one shot of the entire male reproductive system. Okay. So now let's begin with the next one, and that is the female reproductive structure. Okay. So what happens in the female reproductive system? Okay, so we are going to now look at it. Ready, everybody? Are we ready? Hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so let's start with the female reproductive system. Now, female reproductive system consists of the ovaries, the fallopian tube, the uterus, and the vagina. Okay. Now, to make you familiar with all these names, let's actually look at the female reproductive system. Okay. So, this is how the female reproductive system looks like. Yes. Now, over here, you can see these two hand-like structures protruding out, right? So, these are none other than the fallopian tubes. Okay. This right here is the ovary. What is this? This is called as the ovary. Okay, so what is happening inside the ovary? Inside the ovary, the ova, the eggs, the ovum, whatever you want to call it, that is what is getting matured up, right? That is what is getting developed. Then, now remember. Now, see, one thing you have to remember. When a boy, okay, hits puberty, that is when his body starts to produce sperms, okay? So sperms were not present already in the body, okay? Once the puberty was hit, that is when the sperms were produced, okay? But in case of females, it is actually the total opposite. What is that? The females are born with ova, that is the ovum. That's right, they are born with the eggs, and as they are growing, some of the eggs are utilized for developmental purposes, and as soon as the girl hits puberty, the ova now develop into follicles. That's right, like the real ova, which can actually be fertilized. Okay. Hi, Tanu Sharma. Hello. Welcome to the session. So now this ovum is given out from the ovary into the fallopian tube. Yes. Now when the egg is given out in the fallopian tube, it travels through the fallopian tube to enter a sac-like structure. To enter a sac-like structure that you see right here, which is termed as the uterus. Yes, as you can see, why is it called as a sac-like structure? Because it has only one opening. And where is that from? Let's find that out. So uterus now opens into the outside environment. But like directly, the answer is no. The uterus then terminates into something called as the cervix. Yes, this area right here is called as the cervix. And the cervix then further opens up into the vagina. And this is what is our contact with the outside world. Okay, so let's quickly go through. So we have two ovaries, so I can say I have a pair of ovary. All females out there have pair of ovaries, two fallopian tubes, so a pair of fallopian tube as well. Both the fallopian tubes go and converge to the uterus, which is a sac-like structure. Then it goes on to the cervix. From the cervix, it opens up into the vagina. Yes. Now, there is one important thing that everybody needs to know, and that is the innermost lining. The innermost lining of the uterus. Yes. That is termed as endometrium. That is termed as endometrium. Yes. This is very, very important. Okay, because this is where once the fertilization takes place, the baby gets embedded. Okay, and if the baby does not get embedded, if the baby is not produced, if there is no fertilization, then the endometrium is given out of the body, and that is termed as menstruation. Okay, so more about menstruation we'll be doing in next session, that is tomorrow at 3:45. Okay, so now let's quickly go through each of their functions. Yes, so ovaries produces ova and the eggs. The fallopian tubes are what? They are like these tube-like structures which are there to carry the ovum to the uterus. Yes. What does the uterus do? Uterus holds the developing embryo. Yes. What does the vagina do? Vagina is a tract from which the sperm enter into the female body, and also the place through which a baby, once developed, is given out of the body, is delivered out of the body through the vagina. Yes, so sperms enter from there, baby comes out from there, and that is none other than the vagina. Clear? These are some specific functions. Now, most of us have questions like how exactly does the sperm enter the female reproductive system? Okay, so over here, pay attention. You can see the ovary. Yes, the ovary, the fallopian tube, the uterus. Yes, then is the cervix, and then is the vagina. Now, can you see the opening of vagina is outside, in the outside world? So now, this is where the penis enters, and the sperms are deposited into the vagina. From the vagina, the sperms travel through the cervix into the uterus to the fallopian tube. Why to the fallopian tube? Because fallopian tube is the optimum place for fertilization, the best place where the sperms can get fertilized with the egg. Okay. So now in the ovary, as the egg is getting developed to get released from the ovary, yes, so ovaries start producing female hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Okay. Now the progesterone is also called as a pregnancy hormone. Why is it called as a pregnancy hormone? We'll see to it later. Okay. Now ovaries have thousands of follicles. What are follicles? Follicles mean, you can understand, immature eggs, okay, which are not ready yet to get fertilized. So before birth, they're already there, and as soon as a girl hits puberty, they ripen up, in the sense they all get matured follicles. Okay. Now the released eggs travel through the funnel-shaped fallopian tubes. You see, fallopian tubes were something like this, and this imitates a funnel, and then it enters the uterus. What is the uterus? So the uterus is a bag-like structure where a developing baby is placed. Yes. Hi Priyanshi Sahu, hello, welcome to the session. The uterus opens into a narrow tract called as the cervix, and the cervix opens into the vagina. Okay. The vagina is also called as the birth canal. Why is it called as the birth canal? Because it is the place from which the baby will be delivered, and it is also the place through which the sperms will enter into the body, right? So they are called. So this is in detailed function of the female reproductive system. Now remember, I told you that progesterone is called as the pregnancy hormone. Why? Because when the progesterone levels are high, okay, that is when the female is able to keep the baby inside her body. Okay, as soon as the progesterone level drops, the baby, even if it is developing, will be thrown out of the body, and that is what is called as miscarriages, that you might have heard. Yes. So therefore, progesterone is a very, very important high hormone that's whose level needs to be maintained. Also, you might have seen in the market that there are some pregnancy tests. Also, the doctors take some pregnancy tests, right? So mostly the pregnancy test revolves around the level of progesterone in the body. Yes, if it is high, so that means, and there's another hormone which you do not have it in your syllabus. So these two things are responsible for confirming that yes, a woman is pregnant. That is, she has a child developing inside her. So over here you can see something that is called as fertilization. Okay, I want you to look at the GIF numerous times. You can see how the sperm is entering through the vagina. Yes. Then it is meeting the egg, which is released from the egg in the fallopian tube, and it is coming into the uterus and getting embedded in the uterus for further development. Yes. So everybody, do you see that? It's quite clear. Very nice. So what is this fertilization? Yes, so this fertilization is nothing but the fusion of male and female gametes that leads to the formation of a zygote. Okay. Now let's understand how exactly that happened and an entire go through of it. Okay. The sperm or the male gametes enter the female tract through the vagina. Yes, the sperms enter the female body through the vagina. They move up, because as you see over here, the sperm has to travel. The sperm has to travel upwards, right? It's coming from the vagina, going up to the cervix, into the uterus, then to the fallopian tube. So it is moving in the upward direction, right? So they move to up the cervix, across the uterus, towards the fallopian tube. Yes. At the same time, an ovum has to be released from the ovary. Yes, and then and only then the fertilization can take place. The released ovum meets the sperm in the fallopian tube and fuses. As soon as it fuses, a zygote is formed. That's right. And now the zygote, while dividing, is moving towards the uterus. This constantly dividing embryo. See, now once it has done a number of divisions, now it is not called as zygote anymore. Now it is called as embryo. So embryo gets embedded in the uterine wall. The embryo forms a placenta and starts developing into a fetus. Okay. Now uterine wall is rich with blood vessels. But then as the baby is growing, right, only those few number of blood vessels are not able to do the job of nutrition and excretion anymore. And that is why a placenta is developed. Okay. So after the complete development, the uterine walls start to contract, the uterus will start to contract, and the baby will be given out of the body. Yeah. So this is from pregnancy, how you conceive pregnancy, to how the baby is given out of the body. Okay. So now more about placenta, more about how exactly the baby is growing will be seen tomorrow when we talk about menstruation and reproductive health. Okay. So till now, if you have any doubts, please let me know in the chat section. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the chat section. Also guys, if you enjoyed the video, do not forget to give this a big fat thumbs up and share with your friends if you think they might also benefit from it. Yes, and also every day at 7 p.m. we do Unacademy free live classes. That's right, it's absolutely free for anybody to attend. Herein you can talk, interact with other learners and educators by using chat and emojis. Also, you can ask questions in which you had doubt and in the doubt solving section. Along with that, you will have live polls. That's right. So YouTube में कैसे अलग से मेंटी करना पड़ता है, फिर अलग से YouTube lecture चालू रहता है. So you have to like split the screen, double tabs, and go between the double tabs. That is not the headache that you will have to face while we're talking about Unacademy special classes, right? Also, we have the poll leaderboard. So if you're not there alone, you're there with your friends, so you can actually compete because healthy competition is good, right? Yes. And on that note, on Unacademy, we also have subscription plans called as Unacademy Plus and Unacademy Iconic. That's right. So if you want to be a part of these amazing batches, you have to subscribe to Unacademy. And these are the batches where we are making sure that you are doing your absolute best in your term 2 examination. So we have the Bullseye batch with Vinay sir, Akshay sir, Akansha ma'am, Arpit sir, and we have the Big Bang Theory. That's right, that's where I'm taking your physics, right? We have Rashmi Singh ma'am taking up your biology, and we have Anshaj Saxena sir taking up your chemistry. Yes. So all in all, we'll be having a crash course. So very quickly we can finish whatever is coming up in your examinations. Yes. Also guys, we have a bugs and bounty. Tanu Sharma will, the next class on YT will be tomorrow at 3:45 p.m. Okay. So now we have something called as bugs and bounty. What is that? So while you're watching any session, right, and you find something that is not appropriate, that is inappropriate content in terms of the topic. Yes, so you can report any inappropriate content using, there's a form in the description box below. You just have to fill it, and if you're the very first one to report a particular issue, you can claim your prize. That's right, you'll be rewarded, and that's an amazing thing, right? Rewards. Also, as I told you, we have Unacademy Plus and Unacademy Iconic subscription. सो प्लस में क्या क्या होता है? प्लस में आपको लाइव क्लासेस हैं, वीकली टेस्ट है, स्ट्रक्चर्ड कोर्सेज हैं, अनलिमिटेड एक्सेस है, जो भी कुछ है वेबसाइट पे आप सब एक्सेस कर सकते हो, and you get to decide who you want to learn from, right? When we talk about iconic, so plus na, you see this is a small circle is plus, right? But whereas iconic not only has the features of plus, but उसमें कुछ additional features भी मिलते हैं. That's right, you get your personal mentor, your personal guidance, wherein how you're supposed to write the answers in the examination, how, like, if you're facing difficulties in making good decisions in life, which stream to choose. So how to do that, that will be literally guided to you by the personal mentor. You'll also have a study planner which is customized, which is specifically made for you, right? And it also has bi-weekly reviews to see if you're following it or not. We also have study material that is given to you in the form of notes and practice tests. We have experts coming up and telling you how you can actually boost your performance, study more, and also do amazing in your exams. And we have test analysis. So anything you want, you can do that. Yes, so that is iconic for you guys. These are the pricings for plus subscription. You can go for 3 months, 9 months, 12 months, 24 months, 36, 48 months, right? Similarly, the same goes for iconic. Yes. Thank you so much, Tanu Sharma. And thank you, Anshika. Hi, Ashna Bajaj. Hello. So also we have an amazing offer for you guys. So if you have decided to subscribe to Unacademy and buy 12 months of subscription, you are going to get 2 months of subscription absolutely for free. So in the sense, you will be only paying for 12 months, but you will be getting for 14 months. But are you paying entirely for 12 months? The answer is no. Why? Because if you use the code BBLive10, you will get a flat 10% discount. That's right. So you just have to pay less than the MRP and get 14 months. That's amazing. Also, if you're here and you just want to focus on your board examinations, so we have this: buy 3 months of subscription and get 1 month absolutely free. Okay. Now, how is this going to help you? Remember, as soon as you subscribe, तो 11th और 12th standard के videos ना वो भी live हो जाते हैं. Like अगर 9th का बच्चा subscribe कर रहा है तो उसको 10th, 11th, 12th सबके videos मिलेंगे. 10th का बच्चा subscribe कर रहा है तो उसको 11th और 12th के videos भी मिलेंगे. Right? So over here, what are you saying? You will be able to watch classes of 11th and 12th standard as well. So if you are confused whether I should take science, you will be able to watch science lectures. And as a result, you will understand. Are you able to understand the concept? Are you enjoying the class? Even if you're not understanding, are you like actually feeling happy while the teacher is making you understand, right? So you will get to know the difficulty and whether you're liking it or not, the further things that you want to pursue in life, right? So for that, again, you can use the code BBLive10. That will give you a flat 10% discount. Also, guys, one last time, do not forget to participate in Prodigy, which is happening. And for you class 7 to 10 standard, the timing is 12 to 1 p.m. And do not forget to enroll. Yes. And while enrolling, do not forget to use code BBLive10. Thank you so much, guys. This is it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you did, do not forget to give this channel a big fat subscription and also hit on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I and other amazing educators are live. Also, give this video a big fat thumbs up. Share with your friends if you think it will be helpful for them. And I hope you enjoyed. Oh wow, you have your pre-boards tomorrow, Ashna. Congrats, and also all the best. I hope you're all ready. You have given your 100%, so you will do amazingly good. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the session. I will see you tomorrow at 3:45 p.m. Okay. So at 3:45 p.m. tomorrow, I'll see you. Till then, take care of yourselves and goodbye. Yes. Bye, guys. It was nice having you.